global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. Before Emeka Ihedioha left the Imo State governorship seat, he was at the verge of recovering the Imo State lost wells to rivers, allegedly. Well, right now as we speak, the Hope Uzodinma, the present governor of Imo State, have decided to take the bulls by the horns. Has taken it a step further, as he has actually taken the matter to National Boundary Commission, and he didn't stop there. He has decided to ask Wike to appear or else forfeit the oil wells. But let's quickly go into the news. But before we do so, we do love you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button and the bell notification icon to get both subscribed and notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Okay, let's go straight into the real deal. As Rivers State government failed to appear before the National Boundary Commission in Abuja, scheduled for Thursday, that's August 6th, 2020, following intensified efforts by Imo State government led by Governor Hope Uzodinma towards recovering oil wells lost to the neighboring state. Image may contain one or two more people standing in and outside on the part of Imo State government and the rest, but it actually showed that on the part Imo State government on Thursday appeared before the commission and submitted sensitive documents to the commission, including the survey plan of the state. The documents were submitted to the National Boundary Commission in the presence of the Surveyor General of the Federation, Surveyor Samuel Adeniran, and the Director General of the National Boundary Commission, Surveyor Adeji Adamu. Imo State and her neighboring River State are in a protracted battle over oil wells belonging to the state, but for which River State receive monthly allocation and other benefits. Sources disclosed that the River State government has frustrated previous efforts to resolve the issue, but with the intensified efforts of the Uzodinma-led government towards recovering the oil wells, River State is said to be in fear that Imo State is most likely going to get the oil wells back. The deputy governor of Imo State, Professor Placid Njoko, who is also the chairman of the Imo State Boundary Commission, led a delegation to submit sensitive documents to the National Boundary Commission in Abuja on Thursday that just passed on behalf of the state government. The delegation included the Attorney General and the Commissioner for Justice, Barrister COC Akolisa, the Special Advisor and the Coordinator Oil and Gas, retired Honorable Goodluck Nana Opia, Oil and Gas Expert Dr. Chioma Njoko, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Lands, Surveyor and Physical Planning, Surveyor Uzoma John, and the Surveyor General of the state, Surveyor CAP Anele. The Deputy Governor urged the National Boundary Commission to rise to the occasion and give justice to the people of Imo State who have suffered untold hardship over the years as a result of the brazen denial of their God-given wealth, which should have been used for their development but then had been in the hands of the wrong state instead. Lending his voice, the SA and Coordinator Oil and Gas, retired Honorable Goodluck Nana Opia, urged the National Boundary Commission to ensure that River State attends the next meeting, stressing that the timetable earlier prepared for the submission of documents by the two states should be reviewed. In the interview with one of the correspondents, at the end of the meeting, Opia said that Governor Hope Uzodinma was determined to recover all the lost oil wells lost to neighboring states. He said that amounted to grave injustice that oil wells belonging to the state were in the hands of another state, while the true owners of the wealth wallow in penury. According to him, the loss of the oil wells to neighboring states was part of the reasons for the low production of oil by the state, expressing optimism that the state was on the right track towards recovering the oil wells. Now that is the news, and I'm afraid Governor Nyesom Wike may not like this at all. But before we go into full analysis of what this may likely look like in future, let's quickly take fillers online. This is taking it. We are taking these fillers in arbitrarily, as in not in no particular order. Okay, we just want to feel everybody's opinion here. This one is saying, "Let the right thing be done. I always know that Hope Uzodinma will will bring hope to Imo State. Okay? This one here said, I think this is the very first sensible thing that Uzodinma would do as a governor. Okay? This one here is saying, let the state it belongs to have it. There should be clear interstate boundary lines to forestall all these boundary disputes. Okay? This one here is saying, good news. The last oil wells Imo got back from rivers was under Onhakim. The Imo state government should intensify their effort, especially on that Egbama axis. Enough of this daylight tea-free. Okay? This one here is saying, hope Uzodinma should take back our oil wells. He should do our roads and pay pensioners their salary. This one here is saying, being patriotic doesn't mean that I should turn deaf and blind to the atrocities committed by the government. This one here is saying, if you really are a prince of the East, you wouldn't have written, I don't know how to understand what this person is trying to say here. But this one here is saying, good, take back our oil wells being claimed like Ikwere land. Okay, this one here is saying, good one, they don't even know what to do with the oil money. Mr. Wike will be wasting it on PDP or using it to buy SUVs for judges. Those oil wells should be handed over to Imo State already. This one here is said, Imo State will soon become a major oil producing state with a bigger economy. A refinery is almost completed. A gas plant is being built. A petrochemical plant is also in the pipeline. Now, more of our stolen oil wells about to be returned. Imo State is on the rise. Okay, this one here is saying, beautiful, let's go, Mr. Governor. We have your back. No one can beat an Igbo man in land dispute. We have centuries of experience. This one here is saying, actually, the Supreme Court governor is on the right track on this one. Everybody, for the first time, they all have agreed and are on the same page. All of them are saying basically the same thing. I was actually thinking I was going to see one or two Rivers indigenes online over this matter because this also concerns Rivers State as well. Okay, I was hoping I was hoping I was going to see something different from the usual people. Let me take this one. This one here says, anybody who was involved in the boundary adjustment in this country should be shot at sight. It's a shame that Nigerians stood and allowed such individuals to create everlasting enmity among Nigerians. Why would Rivers State stretch all the way to meet Anambra State while ignoring Imo State? The criminal-laden boundary commission should be disbanded or forced to return the territories which were ceded to Rivers State to Imo State. Most guns in this country keep yearning for unity when the factors for unity are shielded in to achieve the opposite. Okay, this one here is saying, like I have said before, Rivers State is imaginary. The Nigerian government, in a bid to subjugate Igbo immediately after Biafra's Nigerian civil war, ceded many parts of Igbo land to neighboring South with the prime motive of saying Igbos don't have oil. Many parts of Rivers State is Imo State. I can authoritatively say that 60% of Rivers State are Igbos, from Ebama to Ibili to Ndoni to Omoku to Ahoada to Asa, then Ndoki, Ikwere, Obobo, Eche, even their very Boni and Opobo. 40% of Okrika speak Igbo. Opobo constitute 98% Igbo language and people. The Ngbigi and Akiri in Egbema are talking about Ohaji Egbema people of Imo State. I stand to be challenged by anybody who has any contrary opinion to what I have posted here. In all of this, we are all Biafrans, Udo. Now, this is somebody's opinion. Another person now picked it up and said, the northern and western political military elites used the Dragonian boundary adjustment program to punish Njibo by ceding all their crude oil producing areas to Rivers State. You should be mindful though that at this juncture of the boundary adjustment exercise, every ingrate in Rivers State was a saboteur. It's a funny thing, guns still hope for unity in Nigeria. So many things I tell you. This one here is saying, but this is what we have been saying for years. But many people from the north and especially those from the southwest will be talking about how Igbos want to grab the land in South and that there are no Igbos there. After Imo State might have collected their land, Abia State should collect theirs too. Enough of this cheating. This is strong. This one I say, which oil well? Rivers own it all. Wike will have your back plus. And make you no one will grab oil wells from Rivers. These are all Rivers people now coming to counter the other ones. This one here is saying, now I'm seeing different reactions from Easterners. What an utmost hypocrisy. Where is that said love? All right, this is how much I can take. Rivers are beginning to come in now to counter it, saying, look, Amechi and Wike will join forces together and ensure that Imo State, led by Hope Uzodinma, do not have the oil well. I could still remember before Hope Uzodinma took over the reins of affairs in Imo State, Governor Honorable Emeka Ihedioha was at the verge of doing something similar, of which Wike came up and said, I voted you, we're friends before you became governor. What is all this? Did I bring you in for you to now want to take food from the people of Rivers? But for them, we were not able to get a sensitive document because they called it sensitive for a reason. It was not supposed to be, online. But then, with what we are seeing, I'm beginning to see Igbo people generally supporting the strive. They are no longer calling him Supreme Court governor again. They're now calling him our governor. But whatever the case is, whether Wike, whether Hope Uzodinma, whether Imo State, whether Rivers State, I think we should visit history, okay? I'm sure there's this general map before it was before the states were created, and find out where the boundaries lie, and if this similar thing happened in Cross River State, where some of the oil wells today, Cross River State is no longer among the oil producing states, simply because the oil wells that were originally in Cross River State, some were ceded to Akwa Ibom, some were ceded to Bakassi, Cameroon, and nothing was done for them to be recovered. And that was how Cross River State was delisted from being an oil-producing state. They are basically now, I think, a tourism state thereabout. They have moved on. But what I'm trying to say is, if this continues, some oil-producing states will end up being no more non-oil producing states, simply because some persons seem to be more aggressive than the other in taking their oil wells without question or a fight. But I feel that true justice should be done. I'm not a historian. I do not know who originally owns the land or owns the oil well, but I feel this shouldn't degenerate to the point where brothers will go, at loggerheads over this matter. But that's where we're going to wrap it up. What's your take on this? Do you think the oil wells genuinely belong to Imo State, or do you think that Hope Uzodinma is just trying to drag the mouth of Wike over this matter just to prove to him that he is the governor and not the Supreme Court governor of Imo State? And those of us who know a little about history of this oil well in Imo State, please let's share more light in our community and our comment section. Let's interact. What's your take on this? Don't forget